When you say your dog's name across the room and those ears swivel and lock onto you before you've even finished the word, it looks like undeniable proof they know exactly who they are. But what's actually happening inside their mind is something far more surprising. And if you love figuring out what your dog is really thinking, subscribe to Paw Sense before we go deeper. It means so much, and there's a lot more of this coming. So picture it. You're across the room. You haven't even looked up yet. You just say it, that one soft word. And boom, the ears swing around. The head lifts. The eyes find you. Instant. Before the last sound has even left your mouth. If your own dog just came to mind, picture their name, picture their ears. Keep them right there with you for this. Because once you understand what that little moment really means, I promise you'll never call your dog the same way again. Here's the honest part, and I say it gently because it surprises people. Your dog doesn't actually hold a sense of self the way you do. When you call out across the kitchen, she isn't thinking, "That's me, that's Bella." There's no little name tag glowing in her head. She doesn't know her name the way you know yours. I know. That one stings a little. Stay with me, though, because what's really going on is so much better. So what is that instant turn? It's this. Over hundreds of tiny, ordinary moments, you saying that sound right before something good, that one specific noise has become a signal, not a fact, a signal. A little flag that says, "Good things and my person are about to arrive." The name is a signal, not a fact. That's the whole thing right there. And watch what her body does the split second she hears it. The ear tilt, the head cock, that adorable little slant. Then the freeze. A full, whole-body pause, everything gone quiet for just a beat. That pause isn't confusion. That's a dog running a fast little forecast. Her brain is racing ahead, asking, "Okay, what usually comes after this sound?" Watch your dog the next time you say it. The head cock, the tiny freeze. That little pause is the whole secret. And what is she forecasting in that quiet half-second? Something wonderful. This sound usually leads to food, a walk, a cuddle. My person's eyes finding mine. That's the picture flickering behind those eyes. Dinner, the leash by the door, a warm hand, you. Which cracks open a much deeper door. If it isn't really word recognition at all, then that name is a bridge to a feeling, not a fact. And the clearest proof of that? It's hiding in the most unlikely dog. A rescue who's carried the same name for years can light up to it faster, quicker, brighter than a brand new puppy still learning what that sound even means. The older one doesn't understand the word better. That sound has simply been welded to a feeling. And how a plain little noise gets welded to something that deep. That's where this gets beautiful. It got welded there slowly, in the smallest, warmest ways. Every single time you said her name before dinner, before you lifted the leash, before your hand found that sweet spot on her belly, you were fusing that sound to a wave of anticipation and safety. She never heard it as a word. She heard it as a promise. Good things are coming, and the person I love is about to be part of them. That's the thing most of us miss. Dogs learn by pairing sounds with outcomes and emotions, so by the time your dog hears her name, the feeling arrives first. The sound predicts joy, so it summons joy before any thinking happens at all. The ears swivel, the head tilts, the whole body freezes for a heartbeat. That freeze isn't confusion. It's her running a fast little prediction, and the prediction feels good. Which is exactly why the rescue dog beats the brand new puppy. Same word, spoken with the same love. But the older dog has years of those warm repetitions stacked up. A deep, worn groove between the sound and the feeling. The puppy is only a few weeks in, still laying the first bricks of that bridge. Watch them side by side, and you can almost see it. The calm senior perking up bright and sure, the little one hesitating, checking, learning. Same sound, different depth, visibly different spark. Now here's the twist that surprises most owners. It was never really about the word. Your tone and your body carry more weight than the name ever could. And you can test this yourself. Say her name flat and cold, no music in your voice. Watch closely. The ears might flick your way, sure, but the body stays wary, held back, a little unsure of what's coming. Now say the very same name with that lifted, sing-song lilt, the one that rises at the end. Watch the whole dog soften. The shoulders drop. The tail loosens into a low, happy sweep. Nothing changed but your voice. Try this later. Say their name once flat, once in that happy lilt, and watch which one makes the tail move. You'll feel the difference before they do, because your dog is reading your pitch, your face, the way you lean in, long before she ever untangles the syllables. The rising warmth in your voice, your eyes going soft, your body folding down toward her instead of standing tall over her. That's the message. You could say almost any warm word in that same tone, a nonsense sound, a nickname you made up on the couch, and get the very same turn toward you. Be honest. You already talk to your dog in that voice, don't you? That silly, lifted, tender one you'd never use with another adult. Keep watching, because the reason it works runs deeper than you'd ever guess, and it leads somewhere that changes the whole picture. If it's not the word, if it's your warmth she's answering, then that moment her eyes find yours is carrying something far bigger than obedience. That gaze isn't her following an order. It's chemistry. There's a real bonding molecule releasing inside both of you as you lock eyes, the very same one that flows between a mother and her infant. And what that quietly reveals about the choice your dog is making changes everything. That molecule has a name. Oxytocin. It's the same bonding chemistry a mother and infant share, and it rises in both of you in the very second your eyes meet. You feel warm. So does your dog. Two nervous systems, quietly syncing over one soft sound. So let that reframe the whole thing for you. When your dog hears their name and swings their head around to find your face, that isn't a soldier snapping to attention. It isn't obedience, it's a choice. Out of everything in the room, every smell, every sound, every squirrel past the window, your dog decides to check in with you. The one person they trust most. That's not a command being followed. That's love, choosing you back. And once you know that, you start seeing the little signals that go with it. Watch the eyes go soft, the lids relaxing, the stare gentle instead of hard. Watch the mouth fall open in that loose, easy little dog smile. Watch the whole body angle in toward you, not away. Chest turning, weight shifting closer. That's a dog saying, in every language they have, I feel safe with you. Which is exactly why you have to protect that name. Think for a second. Is your dog's name only coming out when they're in trouble? When they've chewed the shoe? When it's time for the thing they hate? If so, this next part matters most. Because the name is emotional, not factual. It takes on whatever feeling you keep attaching to it. So never poison the name by using it only for scolding or vet trips. Do that, and slowly that once happy sound starts to predict stress instead of joy. The ears still flick, but the body goes wary, the tail tucks low. Keep the name linked to warmth, to dinner, to the leash, to your hands finding their favorite spot, and your dog will turn toward you gladly for the rest of their life. Now, one gentle thing, and I say this as a fellow dog person, not a vet. If your normally responsive dog suddenly stops reacting to their name, don't just assume they're ignoring you. That quiet can mean a hearing issue or discomfort, and that's a moment to see your vet, just to be safe. It's a small trip that can catch something early, and it costs you nothing but peace of mind. So here's the honest answer to the question we started with. Does your dog really know their name? Not the way you know yours. There's no little voice inside going, "That's me, that's Bella." But every single ear perk, every swivel, every freeze of attention when that sound reaches them is your dog saying something far bigger. You matter. Your voice is my favorite sound. And I choose you. That is so much better than mere recognition. Recognition is a fact. This is a bond. Want proof? Say their name right now, softly, in that warm lilt. Watch their eyes come up to meet yours. That look, that quiet, deliberate look. That's your answer. It always was. So go say their name today the gentle way. Not sharp, not flat. Soft, like it's the best word you know. And watch them find your eyes. If decoding what your dog is really thinking and feeling makes your heart a little fuller, stick around with me and subscribe. It's just us, learning to understand these wonderful animals a little better, one behavior at a time. I'd love to have you here. Until next time, give your dog an extra ear scratch from me. This is Paw Sense.